few updates for you on the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict. Firstly, in a major development, European Union has decided to arm Ukraine. EU is going to send its fighter jets and its bombers to Ukraine. It could lead to a serious escalation, viewers. Secondly, Russia has announced that it will target those individuals in Ukrainian territory who will supply arms to Ukraine. Thirdly, viewers, Ukrainian government officials, Ukrainian military says that Russian infiltrators, Russian saboteur groups are operating in Ukraine, and they have arrested several members of these infiltration saboteur groups. Who are these members of saboteur groups? Fourthly, it seems that another massive offensive on Ukrainian capital Kiev is going to be launched. Satellite images are being shared showing a convoy of Russian military which is around 3 miles long. It's close to Kiev. It's moving towards Kiev. Lastly, viewers, we have some video clips for you. Chechen soldiers are now in Ukraine, confirmed. Second time confirmation that they are fighting to support Russian forces. And a Ukrainian TikToker, very famous in Ukraine, in Russia, he has also taken up arms. A clip for you. Firstly, in a major development a few hours ago, EU's Joseph Borrell announced to send fighter jets and bombers to Ukraine. It's an important development because early announcements from some countries to send weapons to Ukraine were individual announcements. Now it is EU's official announcement that EU will arm Ukraine in the form of fighter jets and bombers. Ukraine is requesting that it is in need of air defense systems, Stingers, and these fighters and bombers. Now, today, EU's foreign ministers will hold a meeting in which it will be finalized which types of planes will be provided to Ukraine, which countries will provide these planes to Ukraine, where will these planes be deployed? Of course, not in Ukraine. Then they could be deployed in Poland. And who will fly these planes? Ukrainian pilots or EU's pilots? Are Ukrainian pilots trained to fly the planes to be provided by EU countries to Ukraine? That remains to be seen. And if these planes are deployed to Poland, and from Poland they start conducting airstrikes on Russian positions in Ukraine, what will Russia do? Will it attack Ukraine or not? Will it attack those places in Ukraine where these EU fighter jets would be deployed? That remains to be seen. So this move could lead to serious escalation, viewers. If EU deploys its fighter jets, its bombers to some neighboring countries, and from where they conduct airstrikes on Russian positions, this war could spread. Russia today announced that it would attack those persons in Ukraine who are involved in supplying weapons to Ukrainian government. Russia is saying that those countries, we are supplying weapons to Ukraine. Once their weapons and their weapon providers, they enter Ukraine, they would be legitimate targets for Russian forces. So they would be attacked. But the attacks could spread if we could see establishment of bases in countries like Poland and Hungary and others, and from these bases and from these airports, if EU fighter jets, bombers, EU military equipment start pouring into Ukraine, we could see Russian attacks on neighboring countries. So coming days, very crucial, viewers. Meanwhile, today, once again, Russian and Ukrainian representatives are due to meet in Belarus. We'll update you in coming hours. Preparations have been completed. Belarusian Foreign Ministry has shared pictures of the venue where meeting will be held. We'll update you after this meeting. Thirdly, viewers, it seems that another massive offensive on Kiev, Ukraine capital, is going to happen in coming hours. Satellite images have shown a long convoy of Russian military on its way towards Kiev. You can see the pictures on your screen. The pictures are from a place just around 30 to 40 kilometers away from Ukrainian capital Kiev, and in these pictures you can see all types of weaponry. You can see tanks, armored personnel carriers. You can see infantry fighting vehicles, self-propelled artillery pieces, howitzers, then some air defense systems too, fuel tankers as well. So it's a massive, very long convoy, and it's around 30 to 40 kilometers away from Kiev. We could see a massive attack on Kiev in coming hours. Kiev is under Ukrainian control, but it's under pressure. From north and west, Russians are moving in on Kiev, and we could see another major attack on the capital in coming hours. Fourthly, the Ukrainian military said that Russian saboteurs are in Ukraine. They have infiltrated different regions. They shared pictures from Odessa a few hours ago. They say they have arrested several saboteurs in Odessa. These saboteurs were involved in sharing the movement of Ukrainian military with Russians. They were involved in taking pictures, making videos, and they were sharing the coordinates of Ukrainian military positions, Ukrainian weaponry positions to Russian forces. Meanwhile, Russia has threatened, Russia says that all those individuals who are involved in activities against Russian forces in Ukraine, they will be targeted, they'll be hunted. Russia says it's monitoring the IPs, all the communications happening in Ukraine, and all the individuals in Ukraine who are working against Russian military, they will be brought to justice. An open threat. Last viewers, two video clips for you. First one shows the presence of Chechen soldiers in Ukraine. Chechnya is now openly supporting Russian forces. Second video clip shows a Tik Toker, Andriy. He is from Ukraine, popular in Russia as well. He's armed, he's fighting, he's singing as well. Watch two video clips. Thank you for watching.
Ja, Mazabariya. Mazabariya, ya. Ja, де доктор? Надо. Алло. Мичал, собрать мысли мичал. Деру, шумуда ген. Истнак Саид километр ячен var. Da koşan. Oy, Nur Said amu. Ya mola. Lal loş geldi. Her amaç tanıyor. Siga kalkıyor mu? Kiev, Nur Said amu. Мадой. Настрой боевой. Галавsko.
Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну